Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cynicalex, and today we're going to finish up a series that we've been working on, and that's defeating the different world bosses together and showing you guys what you need to do to clear these world bosses consistently with easy teams. So, today, yes, I am behind. I still have all of my plays to do. As usual, we're going to show you two plays. The first one being with Loki, because that's the team that most people request, and then I'm gonna show you one more team, and I'm curious to know what you guys think, or I'm curious to see what you guys are gonna say about the second team that I use, because it's actually a team that I used way back before I even got any Proximas or any like broken strikers. It's back when I couldn't clear all of the world bosses 5 out of 5, and it's a team that worked for me for multiple world bosses. So I'm curious and I'm excited to show you guys. But let's start with the basics, guys. So this fight is fairly straightforward. This is probably one of the first fights you'll be able to 5 out of 5. Proxima's first stage is very easy. You just dodge these cone attacks or these area attacks, and then when she jumps back, you run in one direction. You run for two sets of spears because she throws them twice. If you get hit, there will always be a ping or a kind of a dot or kind of a bleed effect. So even if you have a shield up like Loki, you will take some residual damage, but it's pretty negligible, especially if you have a healing set, which you should have a healing ISO set for Loki. So you basically just keep refreshing the clones, and this part of the fight is very straightforward. Nothing difficult at all. The second phase is a little bit more complicated. She's going to start throwing some different attacks at you. She's going to start throwing attacks at you where she summons all of her spears back. When you see them coming, you need to use a movement attack to get out of the way, or you need to dodge. When these red dots hit the ground, you want to run out of their range because they will do a stronger dot attack. So you need to be careful of that. And in general, you want to just kite her away. You don't want to be too far away because then you can't see what she's doing, but you want to be far enough away so that you don't get shotgunned by some of her attacks. If you are unlucky like... Okay, so, see, I was going to say, if you're unlucky like me and you get trapped in one of those balls, you can kind of kiss the run goodbye. It's going to be very difficult to come back from. I haven't found a viable, consistent method of getting out of that. Sometimes spamming my movement attack works, sometimes switching out works, sometimes nothing works. It's pretty hit and miss, but I got unlucky where two of my characters got hit by that, and that kind of meant the end here. I'm gonna try to finish it with Red Skull just because I have a lot of strong strikers, and Proxima has very low defense. That's what makes this fight a little bit easier than some of the other ones. She takes damage, a lot more damage than most of the other world bosses. So I'm actually going to try to finish this one out here, guys. I'll be surprised if I get it. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get it. I just got caught by another one of those balls. You want to avoid those shining silver balls. I don't know what it is with all the world bosses and liking balls, but they're all pretty obsessed with those round shaped things. So as you guys can see, I almost killed her there in 2 minutes. We're going to try to get this one again with the Loki team. Should get it on the second try. Unfortunately, Proxima has a lot less raw skill requirements than some of the other world bosses. Some of her mechanics are just too punishing for players with slower phones, lower end hardware, and there's really nothing you can do about that. I know that back in the day she was really broken and really gave a lot of frame rate issues. They did clean her up. They did clean up her stage a lot and reduce a lot of the particle effects that made her so laggy. They probably will never touch this stage again. So I'm sorry if some of you guys are hoping for another reduction, another kind of like frame rate buff for Proxima's stage. It probably will never happen. So if you really like this game, as I hope you do the way I do, you probably want to look into getting a better phone, maybe getting a tablet, maybe playing on your computer using something that emulates the Android system. As you guys saw there, just before she switched into her phase, I used my shield, the movement on the shield attack to dodge those spears as they come back. They collect together when they come back, and they deal a massive amount of damage, so you do not want to be in the way. See, if you're dumb like me and you get caught in those smaller AoEs that come down from the sky, they do a much higher dot attack, around 500, which does add up quickly, so you don't want to get hit by too many of those. But overall, this is just a kiting challenge, and obviously you want to stay out of the track of those red lines that you see on the ground, kind of like the train tracks in Yellow Jackets level, if you want to liken this to some world or villain siege action. So see, I'm just tapping. I just kept tapping my my clone skill, because I know that Loki will jump back when I do it, and I just needed to get out of the way of those spears as they were coming back. I think we're gonna clear this one, guys. She doesn't take that many more hits, and I have my Loki at full. Using the team up attack is probably the best bet, actually. Now that I think about it, using the team up is the best way to get out of that perma stun that the big gold ball will deal to you. So probably don't use nice rewards, holla, debris boys. Don't use the team up attack if you're getting really punished by that red or giant golden ball, and then save the team up attack for when you get stuck in it and you think you're gonna die. This next team, guys, I'm really excited to show you. It's Lincoln, Thor, and Thrut. Now, this is nothing new. This is not some kind of like, hacks team. I didn't, spend all night calculating my plans and extrapolating. This has like been a well-known team for a long time. I just wanted to show it to you guys because, always using really OP characters to clear stuff is not really that fun. And this one takes a lot more mechanical success on the player's side, even though Proxima doesn't have a lot of mechanics that you need to take into consideration. This one is a lot more fun on the player's end. So in the first stage, you just want to DPS her down as fast as possible. I use Lincoln just because I don't really care if Lincoln dies. He's not very important to the overall game plan. You just don't want Thor to get hurt, because Thor is basically the meat and potatoes of this team, with Thrut being like the backup heal. So I'm basically just trying to not die with Lincoln while simultaneously getting her into her second phase. You need as much health as possible to have as much luck on your side as possible, because as you guys saw, even with Loki, okay, I'm gonna lose him here. Even with Loki, I lost my first one to some bad luck. So here I'm just gonna use the team up attack. The great thing about Thor the great thing about Thrut, he's kind of like a Thor, but the great thing about Groot when he has his uniform, that's why I keep calling him Thrut. Groot with his Thor uniform, has a lightning damage immunity, and that's going to play a lot into what makes this run viable. Here I'm just standing in the heal and spamming Thor's attack. I don't want to get caught in that ball because I'll die, and it's looking really bad here. My frame rate is dying. Thank you for the Dimension Rift, bro. Okay, so we're in a pretty rough spot here because we've taken a lot of damage. Yeah, we've already lost Groot once, and we're only at half. So this is probably going to be a failure, but let's just see. So you guys can see that lightning immunity that comes up. That's pretty cool. I was really happily surprised when I found that out. It makes this run slightly easier, though not by much. Here's where a lot of on-hit strikers are going to do you a lot of good, because Thrut's attacks hit so many times. Here I'm just praying he can out-heal her attacks, because otherwise I'm going to be SOL. Thor cannot solo her final stage. I know that. So here I was hoping he would drop his heal. He didn't. So I'm actually going to run, because I want the cooldown to come on his heal so that I can oh, please put it down. Please don't die. Oh, okay, he's dead. So this is going to be a fail, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not really putting all that much effort into dodging her attacks, although I should be. But yeah, the basis of this clear is not on dodging, because Proxima is pretty random. She doesn't have a lot of patterns that you can kind of map and count on seeing time after time. So I got really close there, guys. That should show you that it is definitely possible. If I got a little bit luckier and I got less stunned, I would have definitely cleared it. I'm going to finish the rest of my clears now with my standard teams. But it can also be done with, a tier 1 Ant-Man and Team Pym. It can be done with, Silk and Elsa and just any third character. Deathlock. Thank you for the Dimension Rift. You can do like War Machine or Deathlock Leader and then Kingpin and Groot if you don't have Lincoln or you don't have Thor. There are a lot of combinations for this clear, guys, and it's probably one of the easiest ones. So definitely try your hand at some of these teams. Thank you for the Dimension Rift. And, the people that are giving me Dimension Rifts are basically more popular than me at this point. So shout out to them for making my videos so good. So, guys, hopefully these tips have helped you. Hopefully watching me fail has given you some energy and given you some enthusiasm to go back and bring the fight to Proxima once again in case you've been losing all day. And with the reset coming, guys, I hope you cleared everything for the day. And if you like what you see, guys, of course, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.